MrBeast has tried some of the hardest challenges ever. From almost drowning to losing huge amounts of money, he's taken on things that most people wouldn't even dare to try. But not every challenge ends in victory. Some are just too much, even for him. It all started when he tried to stay underwater for 24 hours.
I'm going to attempt to sit underwater for 24 hours straight because counting to 100,000 wasn't hard enough. As you can see, it is currently 11:26. I'm gonna spend 24 hours under this. Do not try this at home. Good luck.
He had a whole plan, a box filled with air so he could breathe.
And my goal is to sit inside said box, which is underwater, for 24 hours, aka spend 24 hours straight underwater.
At first, things seemed okay, but then his oxygen pump started failing. The air wasn't coming in as strong, and after a few hours, his body started reacting. His skin was wrinkling, his legs felt weak, and he started shaking uncontrollably.
I don't know how well you guys are gonna be able to see this, but
That's when he knew he had to stop. He left the water, knowing he had failed.
I hate to disappoint you guys, but I randomly started feeling extremely sick while sitting underwater, and I had to come out.
But also knowing he had tried something crazy. People still respected him for even attempting it.
My leg is literally shaking. Stop shaking, you're annoying me.
Then came a challenge that cost him $100,000. He hired a real bounty hunter to track him down. If he got caught, he'd lose the money.
This is a professional bounty hunter, and if he successfully hunts me down, he gets $100,000.
He has until midnight to steal this backpack from me, and all I gave them was a knife.
See ya!
He thought he had it all figured out.
Was that them? Drake, look back here. There's a secret door. Alright, and now we are sealed off.
Hiding in a vault, using decoys, even renting out an entire movie theater.
This is going to be the craziest chase ever. I have a helicopter lined up, a dozen cars. I have everything. He is not hunting me down.
But the bounty hunter was too smart. He got help from Jimmy's own friends. In the end, Chris, one of his closest friends, grabbed onto him, making it easy for the bounty hunter to catch him.
You can see Chris hugged me. What do you do when one of your best friends is just hugging you for dear life?
Jimmy had no choice but to accept defeat. After that, he tried escaping from the FBI, the military, and even a trained assassin. Every single time he failed, they always found him.
Oh no! What gave it away?
God.
The assassin challenge was one of the funniest failures. Jimmy tried faking an injury to slow the guy down, but the assassin wasn't fooled. He knew it was fake right away.
Guys, Jimmy got hurt. Really? So what's that obvious? Let's go!
People started to wonder, was Jimmy losing on purpose? Maybe, but if he was doing a great job making it entertaining. Even though he failed, the new video got over 115 million views, so maybe it wasn't such a loss after all. But not all failures were seen by the public. In one video, Jimmy revealed a bunch of ideas he never uploaded because they just didn't work. One of them was a domino challenge.
And the next video we scrapped is dominoes. We tried to film this domino video 4 times, and all 4 times it didn't.
The idea was simple. Whoever built the coolest domino setup would win. But after hours of work, the results were terrible. Nobody built anything impressive.
So I gave them 3 days to build stuff, and all they could build was the eyes of a creeper.
That was 7,000 dominoes. That took a long time.
You guys had 3 days. What is this?
So we gave them 3 days to try again. The result? Just a pair of domino eyes. Jimmy knew it wasn't enough. Instead of giving up, he went even bigger, trying to set the world record for the longest domino chain. But that failed too.
For some reason, we thought we'd be able to lay a domino chain on the side of a road and break the world record that way, but no.
The dominoes kept falling over and they realized they weren't even close to a record. So in the end, they just knocked them all over for fun. But the hardest challenge of all, not eating for 30 days. Jimmy wanted to test himself, plus it would help him lose weight and could even be good for his health.
I am not eating any food for the next 30 days.
The first few days weren't so bad. He felt a little weak, but nothing too serious. But then it started to hit him. He was tired all the time. His friends kept eating around him, making it even harder.
Or just some McDonald's.
I'm blowing the smells your way.
You are.
Jimmy, you want to eat me?
By day 12, he was barely holding on. He was so low on energy that he almost canceled one of his biggest videos, the Chocolate Factory Challenge.
At one point, I almost scrapped the Chocolate Factory video because I was so low energy. And by the end of the day, I felt like I was gonna pass out.
Finally, on day 14, he couldn't do it anymore. And the thing that broke him? A sandwich made by Gordon Ramsay.
I'll take one bite, and I
have to spit it out technically because of refeeding syndrome, but I still want to just taste it.
If there was ever a good reason to give up, that was it. MrBeast has failed a lot, but every time he learned something. And that's why people keep watching. Because even in failure, he finds a way to make it entertaining. Jimmy had done some crazy challenges before, but this one was different. He wasn't just pushing himself to the limit, he was running for his life. A real bounty hunter was after him, and if Jimmy lost, he'd be out $100,000.
This is a professional bounty hunter, and if he successfully hunts me down, he gets $100,000.
He wasn't going to make it easy, though. Jimmy had planned everything down to the smallest detail. He had escape vehicles, decoy locations, and secret hiding spots. He even had an entire team helping him stay one step ahead.
This is going to be the craziest chase ever. I have a helicopter lined up, a dozen cars. I have everything. He is not hunting me down.
The challenge started with Jimmy getting a short head start before the bounty hunter came after him. He raced to his first hiding place, a secure vault in the middle of nowhere. He thought it was the perfect spot. The vault was built to be one of the most secure places in the world. It had thick metal doors, no windows, and a security system that made it nearly impossible to break into.
My safe. This is one of the most secure vaults in the entire world. What? Where did you get this? I bought it from a bank.
For a while, it seemed like the plan was working. The bounty hunter had no idea where Jimmy was, but Jimmy knew he couldn't stay there forever. He had to keep moving if he wanted to win. His next stop was an empty movie theater.
We're now at the movie theater, come on. And we don't need masks because we rented the entire place.
He had rented out the entire place just for this challenge. While his friends acted as distractions outside, Jimmy snuck into a hidden room behind the screen. He sat in silence, waiting.
Drake, look back here. There's a secret door.
At one point, he heard footsteps nearby, but the bounty hunter never found him. Everything was going perfectly. He had managed to stay hidden for hours without getting caught. But just when it seemed like he might actually win, things took a turn for the worse. Chris, one of Jimmy's closest friends, made a mistake that changed everything. When Jimmy was making his next move, Chris got too excited. Instead of running away like they had planned, he ran toward Jimmy and gave him a huge bear hug. Jimmy was trapped. He couldn't move, and the bounty hunter was closing in fast. At that moment, Jimmy had a choice: push Chris away and try to escape, or accept defeat. He didn't want to hurt his friend, so he just stood there. The bounty hunter reached him within seconds and took the backpack full of money.
I want to play this moment in slow-mo for you. As you can see, Chris hugged me. I didn't want to hurt him, so I had no choice but to just let him bear hug me and then let the bounty hunter catch up and steal the money from me.
The challenge was over. Jimmy had lost. It was frustrating, but Jimmy wasn't the type to give up. He wanted to prove he could win, so he tried again. This time, he wasn't just up against one person. He wanted to escape from professionals, people whose entire job was to track down criminals. His next opponent, the military. With helicopters, drones, and a full squad of soldiers searching for him, this was easily his toughest challenge yet.
That helicopter is carrying a military squad, and it's gonna land right over there. If that squad successfully hunts me down before the end of the day, they get this 100 grand. Run, run!
He tried hiding in the woods, changing outfits, and even creating fake trails to throw them off. But no matter what he did, they found him.
No! What gave it away?
Your shoes.
Wait, really?
The moment they spotted him, it was over. He was caught again. Jimmy wasn't done. If he couldn't beat the military, maybe he could beat the FBI. The plan was the same: stay hidden for as long as possible.
I tied up an FBI agent. If he steals this $100,000 from me before midnight, he keeps it. This is a night. Good luck. Let's go, Tariq.
He used decoys, disguises, and even tried blending into crowds. But once again, the experts outsmarted him. They tracked his movements, predicted where he would go next, and caught him before he even had a chance to escape.
If I was Jimmy, where would I hide?
Kurt.
Jimmy, go, 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 go! Yes!
At this point, it seemed like Jimmy was doomed to fail every time, but he wasn't ready to quit. In 2023, he came up with a new idea. If he couldn't beat the bounty hunter, the military, or the FBI, maybe he could beat a professional assassin.
Behind me is an assassin, and if he stabs me with this rubber knife by the end of the day, he wins 100 grand.
The assassin's job was simple: find Jimmy and take him down. But Jimmy had a few tricks up his sleeve. He had planned fake leads, sent his friends in different directions, and even pretended to be injured. At one point, he put a fake cast on his leg and acted like he had a broken ankle.
I'm gonna try to fake a serious injury. I'm gonna go over there and break my ankle. All right.
I've never broken a bone before.
He thought the assassin would believe it and move on, but the guy wasn't fooled. He took one look at Jimmy and called him out. All this for a broken ankle? Jimmy laughed. He knew he had been caught. There was no point in pretending anymore.
Got all this for a broken ankle, huh?
Yeah.
Wasn't that obvious?
Once again, he had failed the challenge. Some fans started to wonder if he was losing these challenges on purpose. Maybe he just wanted to entertain people. Maybe he never actually wanted to win. Jimmy had taken on all kinds of extreme challenges before, but this next one was different. It wasn't about running or hiding. It was about standing completely still. In February 2019, he came up with the idea to turn himself into a living statue.
We spent all our money on videos, and so we have no other choice than to be a portable carnival. I'm gonna be the main attraction, standing for 24 hours straight. Let's go set up shop.
The goal was simple: stand in one spot for 24 hours without moving. He even painted himself silver to make it look more real. At first, it seemed easy. He stood in the middle of a public area perfectly still, like a real statue. People walked by, some staring, some laughing, but Jimmy didn't react. He was focused.
You wanna get drawn, or do you wanna...
Holy crap, I didn't even realize. I thought it was just a town square statue.
But as the minutes turned into hours, things got harder. His feet started to hurt. His legs felt stiff. Standing in one place for that long wasn't just boring, it was painful. 10 minutes in, he realized he had already made a mistake. He had underestimated how hard it would be. To make things slightly easier, he decided he could move his head, but not his body.
All right, we've been doing this for 10 minutes, and I'm gonna have to change up the rules a little bit. I'm able to move my head.
Still, time moved slowly. Every second felt like a minute. Every minute felt like an hour. His body ached, and his mind started playing tricks on him. As the hours dragged on, he knew he had another problem. This wasn't entertaining. Watching someone stand still wasn't fun. Even Jimmy himself was getting bored. A few hours in, he started questioning everything. What am I doing? He thought. Why did I think this would be a good idea? By the time he made it to the halfway point, he had already made up his mind he wasn't going to finish. It wasn't just that the challenge was tough, it just wasn't worth it. Instead of forcing himself to continue, he decided to switch things up. He scrapped the rest of the video and filmed something else instead. Later, when he uploaded the video, he was honest about why he didn't finish. He explained that it simply wasn't entertaining enough, and he didn't want to upload something that wasn't fun to watch.
So we kept up this statue thing, but to be honest, it wasn't super entertaining. So I decided to gut the second part of this video. It just wasn't up to par with the level of content I want to produce.
His fans understood. In fact, many of them respected him even more for caring about the quality of his videos. Even though he had failed the challenge, the video still got millions of views, but not every challenge was as easy to walk away from. The next time he failed, it wasn't because he gave up, it was because he physically couldn't do it. In April of 2020, Jimmy made a video called Videos I Could Not Upload. In it, he talked about different video ideas that never made it to YouTube.
I'm gonna be reacting to videos I couldn't upload to this channel.
Some were scrapped because they weren't exciting, others because they just didn't work. One of those failed videos was supposed to be about dominoes. It started as a simple idea. He got a group of friends together and told them to build the most creative domino structure they could.
I got all the boys in a room and I told them whoever made the coolest domino contraption won money.
The winner would get a cash prize, but there was a problem. None of them were good at building dominoes. After hours of trying, the only thing they had managed to create was a tiny design that wasn't impressive at all.
So I gave them 3 days to build stuff, and all they could build was the eyes of a creeper. Whatever.
That was 7,000 dominoes. That took a long time. Yeah.
Jimmy wasn't happy with it, so he decided to try again. This time, he gave his friends 3 whole days to work on their creations, but when he came back to check on them, he was shocked. They had barely built anything. The biggest thing they made was a simple design that looked like a creeper face from Minecraft. Jimmy was disappointed, but he wasn't ready to give up yet. Instead of canceling the idea, he went even bigger. The new plan: break the world record for the longest domino chain.
So then the next week, we tried to lay the world's longest domino chain. This is us laying dominoes, and we were dead set on trying to lay the longest domino chain ever. It sounds good on paper, breaking the world's longest domino chain.
He and his team started lining up thousands of dominoes, stretching them down a road. The idea seemed great at first, but it didn't take long for them to realize they had made a huge mistake. Setting up dominoes was way harder than they expected. A single wrong move could knock everything over. The slightest breeze could ruin hours of work. After struggling for what felt like forever, they finally admitted defeat.
Here's a shot of the line. After a very long day, this is all the dominoes. Look at that.
That's a big boy.
We were dedicated, and Chandler did keep knocking it over, but you know, we kept going every time.
They weren't going to break the world record, so instead of wasting more time, they just knocked them all over and called it a day. Even though the challenge was a failure, fans still loved hearing about it in the Videos I Could Not Upload video. It was a reminder that not everything always goes according to plan, even for someone as successful as MrBeast. But while some of his failures were just frustrating, others were much more serious. In another ambitious attempt, MrBeast tried to survive in Antarctica for a week. He and his team arrived prepared with layers of clothing, supplies, and expert advice. However, However, the freezing temperatures, harsh winds, and lack of shelter proved to be too much. The cold drained their energy rapidly, and every movement felt exhausting. By the fourth day, frostbite was becoming a real concern, forcing them to call it off before things got dangerous. Even though these challenges ended in failure, they all showcased his willingness to push boundaries. Every attempt, whether successful or not, became a story that entertained millions. His losses only made his successes even more impressive, proving that sometimes failing is just another step toward achieving something greater. Don't miss out on more crazy stories. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications.